You got Stryker in your bananas. This is I don't know what it means either. Just roll with it. This is Top Moments of the Week in Star Trek Online, part 16. Yeah, we just did 15. And that was a pretty good sized episode. I got another one for you. And right now I am burning in Klingon hell, where the girls are hot and there's plenty of cock. Especially mostly for the men. The women don't get cock. All they get is even hotter women that the guys are like, damn, I wish I had that. So yeah, that's the Klingon version of hell. It's cocks all around for the men and even hotter women for the women. So yeah, that'd be my hell. Me faithful crew, we've been through a lot. We've been through the hard times and multiple plunders and lots of women and, of course, the bolts through the cock. It's been I don't know why I'm talking like a pirate. I am Klingon and there should be no need for pirate talk in these days. But hey, it's my crew. Cked, my old faithful servant that has served me all through the years. And my slave girl who has serviced me in ways that Cked could not. And then there's, dear God, man, what the fuck is on your face? It's the Ferengi salesman. Yeah, but it's covering your fucking whole side of your face. Hey, what did I tell you about putting on that camouflage? I can't see you if you're sticking out your tongue. 25 years ago, they spoke out and they broke out to... Goddamn Smash Mouth, how do you do that? God damn, it's like trying to do DMX. Might as well be walking on the sun. Beep, beep, beep. Might as well be walking on the sun. There, you fucking YouTube. Try to ID content that. I got my joke in. It works. And people are laughing, damn it. Am I gonna die in the fucking fires? Jesus. So one of the cool things is, I believe this is the Iconian War stuff. I was playing a lot of Star Trek Online, but yeah, I think yeah, it is. There's the Dyson sphere right there. So you get to pilot this ship for a little bit, and this is actually your first look at using anti-proton weapons, which are almost universally praised as being the best beam type weapon. Is there cannon versions? I can't remember. But typically, if you want the best, it's anti-proton. Most people agree, unless you're rolling with something else. But yeah, this is a pretty cool... So I get a Tetrion beam. Awesome. This is a pretty cool moment. You get to fly something different. This ship is fucking huge. It is so massive and green. That's what my girlfriend says about my cock. I don't know the name of it because it doesn't show up in regular ship stuff. It's got to be a fleet ship. I thought I found what type it was, but then I realized, oh, these engines are wrong because these are put together. So if you know in the comments, please feel free. But yeah, this dwarfs pretty much everything else in the Starfleet guide to how to build a fucking starship. I mean, the Enterprise B was one of the longest ones, well, for its time. But yeah, that thing pretty much dwarfs. I could fit inside the saucer section of that ship. So I probably outdid myself when I finally got an Orion bridge officer, and goddamn, I really want the Morpheus VR to come out for Xbox One now. I mean, I don't know what kind of practical application you could do, but dear God, just give me a room, put, my female character in there, and just let me move around at my own pace. I mean, oh God, I'll drain myself after about 5 minutes of looking at her. But yeah, so these are the breast sliders all the way up, all three of them. And then I decided to do a little bit of randomness with the head, which also changes the color. So now we just have a white slave girl. That's going to go over pretty well in space. And all you need to do is just hit the button and it randomizes her head. But like I said, it doesn't change anything on the body except for the skin color. Otherwise, it's just changing the face. Like, yeah, I could work with that. That looks okay. Ooh, that's a little sultry. Yeah. That's it. Okay, back to green. That's okay. Oh, whoa. That's a little bit more white than I want. More green. Brown. Black and red lips. That doesn't look politically correct. Orange hair. More white. Okay, shut it down. Shut the thing down. That's it. That was officially when the erection went away. So, this is the Dyson Sphere. So, I think I've said it before, if you like Nimbus 3 and being able to see other players, on the ground, you're going to love the Dyson Sphere. It's basically built around the idea of having multiple players with their ships doing combat. Now, this isn't, even if you just like ship combat, you'll finally get a chance to just go into something. Because none of these, I believe, are actual real players. They're all computer generated and they're all fighting each other. And I'm trying to control this one particular flag or whatever you want to call it in space. But there's lots of other missions you can just kind of, take on your whim and earn, a couple of thousand experience here and there. You do kind of need help because it seemed like as soon as I captured this thing, which it took a lot of battling, 5-minute battle at least to take this thing, if not more like 8 or 9 minutes. And as soon as I moved on to another location, by the time I had made almost any progress at another location, they had already taken this flag pretty much back. So you're probably going to need a fleet. So this is probably, some of the cool stuff. And actually, is it north of this? No, I think you got to go one map over and then you can go one map up. And that actually is where some of the fleet-only stuff you can find. So, yeah, this is definitely the Dyson Sphere is where you want to go if you're in a fleet, because you get to travel all together and butt-fuck the hell out of some aliens. So, big thumbs up. Definitely a cool place to be. And like I said, you can spend some time here. There's not that many story missions. I think the story missions are only like 7 or 8. They didn't seem to be particularly that long. Well, there might have been 10, but literally, like, there's a couple of them that basically are just pointing you in the direction of, like, the battle zone, and so that you can basically find some of these things. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. You're gonna come back here for a lot. Here's the top 3. So at one point, my 2 buddies here are lying on tables, and I healed the one guy. I'm trying to pick him up, okay, and it says Commander Melik. A quick typewriter scan reveals his blood has been completely replaced with a synthetic liquid polymer. But he's looking me in the eye right now. He's standing up, looking off. He's moving around. His family and friends will want to know what happened. What? You carefully remove his communicator, but he's fucking alive. He's right there. I'm looking at him.
Nothing more we can do here.
What do you mean there's nothing more we can do? His in-game character was looking at me like it was fine. He didn't have his tongue sticking out. He didn't have X's over his fucking eyes. The dude was alive. He was looking at me. I don't care what your fucking text says. Number 2. So this is the Doomsday Machine. Just fuck that guy up. So this is the Doomsday Machine. This is it's a smaller version kind of it. You run into this in the Klingon War campaign for the Federation. I can't remember if you run into it as a Klingon too. So I'm going to shoot my load down that hole. Look at the ship that's underneath me. I believe that's the Pasteur or a Pasteur class. Or there's a ship called the U.S. Okay, it's a different. Okay, another one is going to go right in the way. Damn, like the light was on, dude. Why did you go right in front of it? You just got finger fucked by the hand of God. Well, in space, but granted it still worked. Number 1. So the number 1 slot actually goes to the actual space, the multiplayer PvE, not player versus player, but the player versus everyone, where you basically just take on a fleet of ships that are coming in. And I got in here with a pretty good crew. You know, there's probably 7 or 8 human players in here fighting alongside me, and I've got my Breen upgrades to my tier 6 ship. A lot of us seem to be using the what is this? The Tetrion beams on our ships. A few got some anti-proton stuff going on, which is what you would think. But yeah, you know, this is kind of a lot of fun being on the side of other players and seeing what ships they had and seeing what weapons they were using. So I definitely recommend trying some of this on your own. So hey, there's my top moments. See you next time.
You might as well be walking on the sun.